Men walking away just on its own for, it just on its own just sounds like throwing a hissy fit, right? It's basically like, we don't want, deal with this. And I understand that. Listen, I totally get it. I'm one of those men who walked away, but I just keep walking all the way to Thailand, and now I'm in a different place. But I'm assuming that the goal of walking away is to essentially kind of why you walk away from, a car dealership. It's so you come back and get a better deal. So, but for that, you assume that women would see that they're no longer getting the offers and, the dinners and the relationships, and they would change their behavior. However, every single thing that I see is that women have now talked themselves into a much worse corner, which is, I don't need no man, and they actually believe it. So, is walking away from women enough to have them change their behavior? And if it isn't, then what should really happen then?
Is it enough to change the behavior? I wholeheartedly believe it is.
Really?
But but it's not going to happen overnight. It's not even going to happen in one generation. All right, we have to keep in mind, when did this all really start? Basically about 50, 60 years ago. And it's going to take
Really?
that long to reverse. If you go back and really look at it, and I have, it all started when feminism took off in the late 60s, early 70s, right? They're out burning their bras and all that. That's what started to get us to where we are now. To the point that relationships are irretrievably broken at this time, right? That said, more and more women, and I hear from more, what's shocking me, Alex, in the last year, I'm starting to hear from more and more women who are reaching out to me going, what can I do? In fact, I had one this morning just before I was reading the email just before I got on with you. And she's like, what do I have to do? How do I change? They are waking up one or two at a time. And there's millions on the other side, right? But it's starting to happen.